5 seconds to go. Start. I am delighted to be among you all on the auspicious occasion of Samvidhan Divas. The Constitution is the holiest book of our country. Today, we all are both participants and witnesses of a historic occasion. 75 years ago, on this very day, in this very central hall of the Samvidhan Sadan, the Constituent Assembly accomplished the huge task of framing the Constitution for a newly independent country. On that day, through the Constituent Assembly, we, the people of India, adopted, enacted, and gave to ourselves this Constitution. Our Constitution is the strong foundation stone of our democratic republic. Our Constitution ensures our collective and individual dignity. Today, on behalf of a grateful nation, I pay tribute to the members and officials of the Constituent Assembly. It is the good fortune of the country that the chairman of the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and the chairman of the drafting committee, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, guided the process of constitution making. The imprint of Baba Saheb Ambedkar's progressive and inclusive thinking can be found in our constitution. Baba Saheb's historic addresses in the Constituent Assembly make it clear that India is the mother of democracy. With this feeling of pride in our democracy, we all have gathered today on this special occasion. This is also an occasion to remember the contribution of the 15 women members of the Constituent Assembly. We should also remember the invaluable contribution of those officers who worked in the background. Their dedication took forward the process of constitution making smoothly. Among them, Shri B.N. Rao, who was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly, played a prominent role. I would also like to mention the Secretary of the Constituent Assembly, Shri H.V.R. Iyengar, Joint Secretary Shri S.N. Mukherjee, and Deputy Secretary Shri Jugal Kishore Khanna. Honorable Members of Parliament, on completing the 75 years of independence, all the citizens celebrated Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. On 26th January next year, we will celebrate the 75th anniversary of our Republic. Such celebrations provide us with opportunities to take stock of the journey so far and plan better for the journey ahead. Such celebrations strengthen our unity and show that we are all together in our efforts to achieve the national goals. During our freedom struggle, many great personalities outlined our national ideals. The diversity of our country found expression in our Constituent Assembly. The presence of representatives from all the provinces and regions in the Constituent Assembly gave voice to the pan Indian consciousness. The debates in the Constituent Assembly and the addresses by the members provide us with deep insight into the process of constitution making as well as our country. The books released and the short film shown today will familiarize people with the glorious history of the making of the Constitution. In one sense, the Constitution of India was the outcome of nearly 3 years of deliberations by some of the greatest minds. But in the true sense, it was the outcome of our long freedom struggle. The ideals of that incomparable national movement came to be enshrined in the Constitution. Those ideals have been captured succinctly in the preamble of the Constitution. They are justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These ideals have defined India since the ages. I believe that the ideals highlighted in the preamble of the Constitution complement each other. Together, they create an environment in which every single citizen finds an opportunity to flourish, contribute to society, and help fellow citizens. Honorable members of Parliament, in accordance with the spirit of the Constitution, it is the responsibility of the executive, legislature, and judiciary to work together to make the lives of common people better. The aspirations of the people have found expression in the many legislations enacted by the Parliament for the economic integration of the country. The biggest tax reform since independence was carried out in the form of goods and services tax. In the year 2018, the National Commission for Backward Classes was given constitutional status. Actualizing the idea of women led development is essential to achieve the constitutional ideal of social justice. The Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam has ushered in a new era of women empowerment in our democracy. By passing the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, and Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam, which are based on the spirit of justice instead of punishment and on the idea of security instead of crime, our parliamentarians have given an impressive demonstration of adopting modern thinking. I appreciate all the parliamentarians for enacting many such legislations. During the last few years, the government has taken many steps for the development of all sections of the society, especially the weaker sections. Such decisions have improved the lives of the people and are providing them new opportunities for development. Poor people are getting their own houses and also electricity, water, and road facilities. Food security and medical services are being provided. World class infrastructure is being developed on a large scale in the country. Many such efforts for holistic and inclusive development take our constitutional ideals forward. I appreciate the government for such efforts. With the efforts of the Supreme Court, the judiciary of the country is making efforts to make our judicial system more effective. The judiciary is also working on the issues of under trial prisoners and prison reforms. The scope of the fundamental rights in our country has been expanding over the years. Awareness and action towards the constitutional directive of providing legal aid to the underprivileged have been increasing. Stop.